Peace and namaste, family. It's Goddess J from Goddess Tarot 333, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to look into how we can support our divine counterparts during this quarantine, during all of this corona and all of this energy and whatnot in the atmosphere, as well as, people being forced to stay at home and look within, okay? So, this topic was actually chosen by my Instagram family, so thank you guys so much for your suggestions, and I will definitely be using a lot more of the suggestions that I got on the poll via my story. So if you aren't already, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram at Goddess Tarot 333 so you can be involved in things like that, okay? So today this reading is going to be very impromptu. I'm just going to go with the flow. Okay? So the first question I'm going to ask is, what is going on with these divine counterparts right now? Today, I'm not going to do divine masculine or divine feminine specific. I'm just going to say divine counterparts, what the divine counterparts are going through right now. Especially because I'm really getting a feeling that a lot of the divine counterparts are going through the same things, especially with the mirror energy that's going on a lot lately. A lot of divine counterparts are really going through some of the same things. So we're just going to say divine counterpart. You take it as it resonates. If you're divine feminine, it's about your divine masculine. If you're divine masculine, it's about your divine feminine, okay? Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, especially because this isn't divine masculine or divine feminine specific. Don't just take things just because I say them. If they resonate with your soul, you'll know and take those, okay? All right, so the first question I'm going to ask is, what obstacles are these divine counterparts going through right now? What obstacles, what things are these divine counterparts going through throughout this quarantine? Now, already I'm having some throat chakra issues, so already I'm feeling that these divine counterparts, some of these divine counterparts that I'm tapping into right now are really working towards clearing their throat chakra. And their throat chakra is really a big blockage for them right now. So let's see. All right, first card. Wow, the waiting game. Okay. So with this, I'm really getting that an obstacle for the divine counterparts right now is that, it's really up to divine timing. It can get frustrating waiting for divine timing, but I think that's one of the obstacles. I feel like there's frustration. There's frustrations that's coming along with the waiting game. The divine counterparts are tired of waiting. They're ready for their new beginning. They're ready to come together with their, their divine counterpart, with their love of their life, right? They're tired of waiting. So I'm feeling like one of the obstacles is the frustration of the waiting game. And as long as you are frustrated and being impatient, the farther the union is going to be, because the union can't come into you can't come into union until you have fully surrendered this connection to the divine. So surrender, because as long as you're in an impatient energy, it's going to push union farther and farther away. Okay, what obstacles are these divine counterparts going through right now? What obstacles are the people who are watching this and their counterparts going through right now? Again, please take what resonates, because this reading is really like, you could be watching this whole reading and one message is for you, okay? Do not make it apply to your situation if it does not apply to your situation, okay? Okay. We have foundation and achievements. So because this came out when I asked about obstacles, I'm getting that some of these divine counterparts are feeling unworthy of their counterparts. So one of the obstacles and blockages is that, some counterparts feel like they're unworthy of coming together into a union with not only their divine counterpart, but anyone, until they have foundations, until they have some sort of stability, until they have some sort of accolades, okay? Yeah, and that's considered an obstacle because at the end of the day, we're always worthy. You know, us being an embodiment of Christ, us being an embodiment of the purest light forms makes us worthy. We're already worthy. So this is an obstacle because this thought process it's false. And I don't like to say things are right or wrong, but this is false because we're worthy just being who we are. Okay, so some of these divine counterparts need to come out of their ego and come out of their, oh, my divine counterpart is doing better than me, or my divine counterpart makes more money. Like, all that stuff is egotistical. So until, you know, divine counterparts come out of this energy of I will be worthy when, I'm not worthy until, union is going to be, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be pushed further and further away. Okay, what else? What obstacles are these divine counterparts going through right now? What obstacles are these divine counterparts going through right now? Okay. We have authority. So this is telling me that some divine counterparts are having a problem speaking up for themselves, doing what's best for them despite how it affects other people, right? So some of these divine counterparts are having trouble taking authority over their lives. So along this journey, it's life journey, we come into the world with a certain programming, right? The programming we get from our parents, the people who raised us. So we don't know that this programming is detrimental to us until we grow up and then we take our own path, right? So some of these divine counterparts are just now seeing how their childhood affected who they are today. Some people are seeing how, you know, their family members, the people who they've trusted and thought they had the best interests at heart, really didn't. They were manipulating them. They really were controlling their life and they didn't even know it, right? Some of these divine counterparts thought they were in control of their life, but they weren't. So one of the obstacles that they're going through right now is, you know, they have to take control of their life. They have to accept that they have been manipulated, or, you know, their life has been run by other people. They have to accept that, and they have to put their foot down and take authority over their life and do what's best for them, what their soul is calling them to do, okay? Because nobody can tell you what your soul is calling you to do. Only you know that. So no one can tell you your path is right or wrong. You have to follow your soul. You have to go on your own path. And, you know, that's something that can be very challenging because, you know, as this collective right now, we're in a mass awakening. You know, this quarantine has made us look at our lives and see what's really important to us. Look at our lives and see, you know, if you're stuck in a house with somebody, who they truly are. Like, this quarantine is really shining a light on our lives right now. And now, since we are being shown what fits and what doesn't, you know, it's time to take authority and walk your own path. Although all the people before you, like your family, your ancestors, etc., may have taken one path, now it's time for you to go off and make your own path. And that can be very challenging because the people you care about, they are so stuck in their ways and they feel like their ways are in their best interest because of the illusion. They're going to try to tell you not to do it, but you know, they have your best interests at heart, but they don't even know their own truths. So how can they tell you what your truths are? You know what I'm saying? So you have to step into your authority and take control of your life. And, you know, one thing about divine counterparts is it's typically a forbidden love in terms of, like, you guys are different races, different cultures, and different sides of the world, different ages. Like, divine counterparts typically have some sort of taboo-esque aura around them because, you know, they come into this world to show the world that, you know, to shake it up, right? To shake it up. Oh, dear. Wow. Okay. Just flicked it right out of my hand. They've come to the world to shake it up, to show them, like, hey, this may have been taboo in the past, but hey, I know that this is who I'm supposed to be with, so I'm going to do what's best for me, okay? Ooh, that was deep. That was deep. All right, let's get one more. What obstacles are these divine counterparts going through right now? What obstacles are my divine family going through right now? One more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Wow. All right. Look what we have here. Stand your ground. Now this correlates with authority, right? Taking control of your life, putting your foot down and standing your ground. Like I said before, these connections are typically taboo or forbidden in some way, shape, or form according to the sick society that once was, right? And I say sick and not in a biased way, but sick literally in the way of detrimental to one's mind, body, and spirit, right? Okay. So one of the obstacles that is going on with these divine counterparts is they're having some trouble standing their ground, right? Because even when you're shown what's in your best interest and what's not, you have that knowledge now, but to go forward and take action about towards that can be challenging, especially when it has to do with people, like I said, people who you felt like all your life have had your best interest at heart, you know. Knowing that they now they can't give you they can't help you along your path doesn't automatically flip a switch. Like this person can tell you that this person is in your best interest, and it'll still give you a little hurt. Like, you know, it might still hurt a little bit, because just because you have this knowledge doesn't mean that, you know, you can automatically shut off, you know, you caring about what other people think. It's a process, right? You know, going through life people pleasing, just because, okay, you have that realization like, oh, I've been people pleasing all my life, doesn't mean that you can automatically just shut off people pleasing or caring what people think about you. It's a process. Healing is not linear. Healing is a process, okay? So these divine counterparts are having some trouble standing their ground and their and standing in their truth right now, okay? All right. Whew. At the bottom of the deck, we got universe. So this is just really telling me that the divine has stepped in and just really, everything happens for a reason, okay? Although, okay, yeah, people are dying and people die all the time, but, you know, anyways, although people are dying and, you know, things are happening in the world, seemingly in the illusion, the universe knew all this was going to happen. This isn't a surprise to the universe. So all this was divinely orchestrated so everybody could start waking up and start appreciating what they actually have, staying present, taking things day by day, jumping out of the rat race, because at the end of the day, that's not in our best interest. The way society is not in our best interest. And I just want to share this random thing with you. So I seen this post on Facebook once that had like it had like seven single dollars and like 50 cents, and it was like, imagine if this is what you got paid or something. And then you had to really step out of your body and think like, wow, people really are getting $7 an hour, $7 singular dollars an hour. You can't even get a dinner with the amount of money that the society is paying people for a minimum wage. That's sick. How can you be mentally, physically, or emotionally stable working for $7 single dollars when that can't even pay for your food? So this place that we're in right now is showing us how this society really isn't in our best interest, and it's now an opportunity for us to stand in our ground as a collective and demand what we deserve. All right. So let's see, how can we support our divine counterparts throughout this time? Okay. What cards do we want to pick? How can we support our divine counterparts in this time? All right, let's go with some tarot. How can we support our divine counterparts in this time? Through all the things that we just discussed, how can we support our divine counterparts throughout these obstacles and things that are presenting themselves? Okay. We got the Two of Pentacles. Let's see. What's this Two of Pentacles about? What's this Two of Pentacles about? Oh, by the way, this reading is general. So if you feel called to get a personal reading about your specific journey, you can DM me at goddesstarot333, or you can send me an email at contactgoddessj@gmail.com, and we can get you set up with a reading there. All right. What's this Two of Pentacles about? Tell me more about this Two of Pentacles. How can we... Okay, thank you. Okay, wow. Okay. So under the waiting game, we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Strength card, okay? So this is telling me that to help, so the people who resonated with the waiting game, and the waiting game being an obstacle for the divine counterpart, one of the ways to support your divine counterpart throughout this quarantine and them feeling impatient and frustrated is to make your choice. Make a choice. Make your choice for your divine counterpart unconditionally, right? So with this divine counterpart, they might be getting frustrated and starting to lose hope about this journey, okay? But that doesn't mean that you need to fluctuate, okay? Stand in your truth, stand in your power. You've made your choice and your decision, which is your divine counterpart, and stick in that unconditionally, okay? No matter how your divine counterpart wavers. You have to stand your ground, because when your divine counterpart is in this energy, it's even more important for you to stick in your knowing and your truth and support them energetically and spiritually in that way, okay? Stand in your truth, stick to your decision to be with your divine counterpart in order to help them channel this strength to stand in their power and do what, you know, they need to do in order to surrender this to the divine in order to come into union, okay? All right. Whew. Oh, wow. And we have the Emperor at the bottom. All right. Stand in your Emperor energy. Whether you're a divine feminine or divine masculine is irrelevant. The divine feminine and the divine masculines both have the Emperor and Empress energy in them. They both have the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within them, okay? So when your divine counterpart is wavering, losing hope, trying to be controlling, that's even more of a reason for you to stand in your Emperor power. Like, this is what it is, and I will be your rock for you until you get back into a place of remembering what this is, okay? Whew. Whew. All right. Let's see what this foundation and achievements. How can we support people who resonate with this foundation and achievements and feeling unworthy of their divine counterpart? How can they support their divine counterpart throughout this quarantine time? They support their divine counterpart and feeling reminding them that they're worthy and that this union is for them, okay? All right, while we're shuffling, if you feel called to donate to the channel, you can do that via PayPal, Cash App, or if you want to do something tangible, you can do that via my Amazon wish list, and all that will be in the description box below. This deck was donated, and this is actually one of my favorite tarot decks now, so shout out to Laura again. Thank you so much for this deck, and it really does help the channel grow and expand. And you know, I'm a person, you know, I have, you know, to live, and this is my main source of income right now, you know. And so if you would like to support, those ways would be very helpful and beneficial, and it means a lot to me, okay? All right. One more. Well, what is this Ten of Pentacles about? All right, so under foundation and achievements, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is interesting. So I'm going to pick another card. Okay. So let's just unpack this really quick, okay? So for under foundations and achievements, people whose divine counterparts are feeling unworthy of this connection, feeling like they need to have some sort of foundation or accolades or achievements to be worthy of this connection. One way to support them is to Yeah. So, like I said before, the divine counterparts are mirrors for one another. So, if your divine counterpart is in this energy, one way to support them is to, first and foremost, communicate with them telepathically, to, affirm to them, just kind of be their, to affirm to them that they are worthy. Just kind of telepathically send them affirmations and mantras of, to remind them of their worthiness. Although you cannot, you can't make someone feel worthy if they aren't willing to feel worthy. But the affirmations and stuff is a boost, right? It's a boost for them. Okay. With this Ten of Pentacles, one way to help this divine counterpart with this unworthiness is to work on your pentacles and feel this stability, because what I'm feeling is when one counterpart is down on the money, like when one counterpart is financially maybe going through some financial blockages or achievement blockages, especially with this coronavirus, right? A lot of people have lost their jobs. The way that they have made money all for a long period of time now has been taken away from them. So yeah. So one way is to, if when one is down and out, one is usually up, if that makes sense. So continue to work on your pentacles and continue to make stability within your life, and that's going to help mirror that stability and that flow of abundance to them, as well as maybe if you know your divine counterpart and know that they lost their job, or know that they're the way that they were making money, they can no longer do it. Maybe think about the divine counterpart that's up. Maybe think about how you can incorporate your divine counterpart into your money, right? You don't have to, incorporate it in every way, shape, or form, but either way, the divine counterparts need to be doing some project with one another anyways. Like, that's a part of this contract, this divine contract. But be thinking, brainstorming ways in which your divine counterpart can make some money with you, how you guys can make money together in the way that you are already having your flow, okay? Also, I'm getting, we have the Four of Pentacles. So maybe your divine counterpart is down and out in money and may need your help financially. Now, I'm going to say, so for divine masculine energy sometimes can be very prideful, and so for them to feel like they need help from their divine counterpart it makes them feel unworthy. Like, damn, I don't even have my shit together. I don't even have whatever. They may not feel comfortable coming to you asking for help. Okay. But one way that you can help them is send them energy of, like, if you need me, let me know. Like, if you need help, let me know. Send that telepathically. Also, in any way that you can make them feel comfortable coming forward to you in this down and out place, do that, okay? Support them in any way that you can. Also, be saving money. Yeah, that's just a message. Be saving money. And be generous. Be willing to be generous, okay? Be willing to be generous. One way that you can support your divine counterpart through this unworthiness is looking within yourself and working on your self-worth. Although your self-worth may be higher than your divine counterparts right now, there's always some healing that can be done. There's always some growth and expansion that can be done. We're never done healing, okay? So one way that you can help your divine counterpart is always remembering the things that you do mirror to them. So if I'm doing a meditation that is that helps with abundance and a flow of abundance, that's going to mirror to my divine counterpart. So maybe do an abundance meditation and, use the intention of sending it to your divine counterpart. But even if you don't, you're mirrors of one another, so it's going to get to them either way. And yeah, just go within and work on your own self-worth. And while you do that, that is mirroring over to them, okay? Yes. That's where we're gonna leave it. All right. How can the divine counterpart support their divine counterpart who is having trouble with standing in their authority, standing in their own truths, and doing what's best for them despite what others think? How to support them? Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Wow. So we have the Ten of Cups, and we also have the King of Cups. Okay, so this is telling me if your divine counterpart is having trouble standing in their truth, it's even more important for you to stand in your truth. Again, because you mirror this energy back to them, but also because you have to work on your happiness. Because I feel like if your divine counterpart is in this energy of feeling uncomfortable standing in their own truths, their feelings are being hurt by the people around them, okay? Because they're trying to stand in their own truth, they're trying to make their own moves, but the people who they felt they had their best interests at heart is bringing them down, hurting their feelings by telling them what they feel is invalid, okay? Validate their feelings telepathically. Also, just let them know that your feelings are valid. There are people around you who are saying these things, but trust your heart, follow your heart. I'm following my heart. Do you see me following my heart? You know what I'm saying? Like, the places where I am, I am because I follow my heart. Do you see how the divine just really takes over and helps me out and make sure, I have everything I have by following my heart? Do the same. So follow your heart and continue to do your passions and shine your light. And that's showing them like, hey, I don't understand how she got this or how they got this or how they achieved this or how they doing this. But they're following their heart and they're all right. And they're better off. So be that example for your divine counterpart, okay? Be emotionally vulnerable and open. And also just be happy. Make sure that you're staying in this energy of happiness and, standing your own ground, and that energy reflects back to them, okay? So that's really a common theme right now. It's just like remembering that your divine counterpart is your mirror. And as you work on yourself and heal yourself, you're healing and working on them as well. So in these ways that your divine counterpart may be these obstacles, you can feel and tap into these, and you have them within yourself. Whether they're in this, no matter how the amount in comparison to your divine counterpart, there is some of that within you, especially because your divine counterpart is you. Work on that for yourself, and that will help your divine counterpart. That is like a theme already, okay? All right, what's this thing you're round about? How can we assist these divine counterparts that are having some trouble standing their ground, standing in their truths, taking their own path? Okay. 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 So we have, how do we want to pack this? Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles here. So one of the obstacles about standing your ground is some of your divine counterparts are in a karmic relationship. Now they're no longer they've pulled back from this karmic relationship spiritually, emotionally, in every way except physically, okay? But they're having trouble standing their ground and disconnecting from this person in the physical, becoming actually single. Although in their heart they're single, their heart belongs to their divine counterpart. They're having trouble disconnecting from this karmic in the 3D physically, okay? So, okay. So I'm getting that your divine counterpart may be in a karmic relationship, but there are some karmic ties that you have as well that you can work on that will reflect and help them. For example, your divine counterpart may be in a karmic romantic relationship, but you might be in a karmic relationship with you might have a karmic contract with your parent, okay? Work on your karmic contract with your parent. Stand your ground with your parent. This is just an example. It can be many different karmic contracts. But as you stand your ground with your parent, that's helping them stand their ground in their karmic relationship as well. So work on your karma, heal your karma, pay your karmic debts. And as you do that, that mirrors back to your divine counterpart, and they're able to work on their karmic situation as well and get out of this karmic romantic relationship, okay? We have the Four of Wands, okay? So one way to help your divine counterpart stand their ground is yeah, okay. Okay, some of your divine counterparts have some codependency issues. This may be associated with a marriage, being married to someone, or this may be, like I say, a common law-esque marriage where they're sharing a house, car, finances in some way, shape, or form with this divine counterpart, okay? Send them love, okay? Send them support, okay? If your divine counterpart is in a marriage, I'm never in a place of saying, pursue a married person or anything like that. But at the end of the day, the hearts know what the hearts know, okay? And if your divine counterpart is already actively working to get out of this marriage, not necessarily because of you, you might have been the inspiration to show them that their life was shit. But it is what it is, period. It is what it is. All right, send them love and send them support and be like, hey, I know that you're in this situation and I'm not going to let this affect us. You know, I'm not going to I'm not going to pursue you. I'm going to let you do what you need to do in order to be prepared to come together with me. But I'm going to send you support. I don't judge you for this. I don't judge you for this. Okay, I don't judge you for this. And when you're ready to come up out of this and you want to follow your heart, just know that I'm open and I'm open to it. Okay, just be open, remain open and flexible and adaptable, because when your divine masculine comes in with some truths, they might hurt. It might be painful. Okay, but you have to understand, all the divine counterparts have to go through what they need to go through in order to grow and expand to be the person that you need them to be into union. Okay. Divine twin, like the twin flames, go through some tough ass lives, okay? They go through some tough lessons, some tough, like, it's tough. Because the tougher your life is, the stronger you are, the more that you can help the collective. This was all purposeful. You can't judge your divine counterpart from what they've been through, because it's allowed them to become the emperor and the empress that they have, who they are now, okay? All right. Let's get a few of these love activation cards and I'm going to close this out, okay? This reading hasn't been intense, y'all. Sheesh. All right. We have action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul, okay? These divine counterparts, whomever side the divine counterparts, like, it's on their it's their responsibility to come forward. They want to come forward with action, okay? Don't doubt that, okay? They want to, and they will once they get through these obstacles, but there's certain things that just have to fall into place for divine timing to be here, okay? They want to take action. Don't ever doubt that. They're just coping and dealing with things in the way that they know, the best way they can, okay? Don't ever doubt this, period. We have passed through the wow. Oh, this just hit me, y'all. Just when I was talking about we can't allow their past to affect, you can't judge their past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. You can't judge your divine counterpart on their past, because their past allowed them to be the strong priest, priestess, emperor, empress that they needed to be in order to be into union, in order to make the difference in the world that you guys were meant to make in the world, okay? Wow. Humility. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths, okay? With this, I'm just really getting, really remember, okay, that your divine counterpart is you. You are your divine counterpart. You guys are mirrors. You guys are one of the same soul, okay? Help them by helping you. And that's it. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Whoo! Y'all, if y'all stayed to this whole video, make sure you comment below because this is another long one. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all are some troopers, okay? If you are a part of our family, if you're subscribed, I love you and I appreciate you. If you resonated with me and you're not a part of the family, make sure you join the family by subscribing and following on Instagram and communicating and engaging with our community, because that's why we're here. We're here to support one another. If you go to any of the comments of my videos, you'll see the comments about people who are going through things, who are coming into union, who are in communication. This is not just to... This is meant to help us support one another, because along this journey, you feel crazy. I guarantee you that every single divine counterpart that is watching this video at some point has felt crazy about this union, because it's unprecedented. It's nothing like this, okay? This is why we need community to reassure us that, hey, somebody else is going through this. I'm not crazy. Join the community, get support. We're here to support you. We're here to welcome you, okay? Join the community. I love you guys so much, okay? Until next time.